Marijuana is not a drug. I used to suck dick for coke. I seen them. Now that's an addiction, man. You ever suck some dick for marijuana? Huh?
I mean, only by choice. Rest in peace, Bob Saget. Rest in motherfucking peace. Let's talk about that and a lot much more. Let's go. Yeah, it's my real talk, the metaphor, my motherfucking Messiah. That's right, that's real talk, the metaphor, the Messiah. Gone but never forgotten. Love you, brother. It is Monday, January 10th, 2022. Still feels weird to say it. How you doing? Welcome in. This is the MushPuff Club Live. We're rocking it. Or Dead on Dave Live, whatever you want to call it. Doesn't matter. Does it really? A rose by any other name still sucks when it's a podcast. We have a few things to get into today. Lots of things, actually. Plenty of things to talk about. We're also going to take your calls, questions, comments, concerns, hopes, dreams, quips, quotes, likes, loves, and so much else. But, of course, we got to start. Well, at least for me. I'm a comedic-minded person. I fancy myself a comedian. I write jokes and all that type of stuff. So losing one in the brotherhood is always a really shitty thing. I don't. At first, the funny thing is, I remember they came into the stream and they said it, and I was like, oh fuck, I was shocked and stuff. But part of me was like, okay, Bob Saget, kind of dismissive of it a little bit, a little tiny bit, just like But then I started thinking about it. I'm 38 years old, and this is my dad. This is my father. You know what I mean? This is the guy that had two shows that ran successively, but then also throughout each other's lifespan and beyond. And one even has a lineage that still goes on today. Both of them do. Jesus fucking Christ. This guy fathered the shit out of us on Full House, and now is fathering and grandfathering the fuck out of us. I think I just broke a very expensive vape. God damn it. Nope, we're good. Grandfather and father the crap out of all of us with Fuller House, which now has I forgot Fuller House is still going on. I haven't watched it much since the second season, but it was fun seeing everybody together. But he really did have a huge impact, just massive impact on me. I mean, I watched every episode of Full House growing up. I watched every episode of America's Funniest Home Videos. I loved America's Funniest Home Videos. I don't give a fuck how corny he was with it. And then when that's all you know of him, and then you get into comedy, and then you find him, it's a whole nother fucking world. Fake ass Watson House, so is TKO. He ain't my daddy. Well, you ain't my age, okay? I mean, who would be your fucking TV father? Who's your television dad of your generation, your guys' generation? You even have one? You got a fucking non-existent father fucking figure? Jesus. See, I had Bob Saget. I had Danny Tanner. Fucking Mike Brady, the generation before me. You know what I mean? It's like these motherfuckers don't come around all the time. And look, when you find out the type of... And there's going to be so many people now finding out about his death and looking into him. I guarantee there are diehard fans of Bob Saget that don't even realize that he is A, a comedian, B, a very famous comedian, C, a comedian who ran with legends, gods in the comedic world. Fucking gods. This guy ran a lot with Don fucking Rickles, Rodney fucking Dangerfield, Norm Macdonald, just to name a goddamn few, okay? This dude ran with gods and kept up with them. He was a special guy, and when you find out just how fucking raunchy his comedy was, and then his personal story, his personal life, signing a massive contract, you know, TV terms back then especially. Motherfucker made like $100 million off of back then in those, like, or half a B something, and then his wifey takes it half because well, not probably only because, but maybe you shouldn't have fucked Kimmy Gibbler, eh? Billy Ray Cyrus says Carl. Well, you guys are in two different Jennies, so because you're more than a decade older than him, so yours is probably Billy Ray because the Miley Cyrus shit, you know, the Hannah Montana fall, but fakes. I don't know who fakes would be. What popular shows are there right now? Because right now, I would say that's been around since he was 10 years old or so. You know, what is there? I don't know. But he doesn't watch that type of stuff, so it doesn't matter. Finding out that Bob Saget died fucked me up on a few levels because I was just reading about how happy he was in his new stand-up tour. He just did a show the other night. He killed. He was fucking fantastic, apparently. He wrote like a really great Twitter thing about finding out his re-falling in love with this and everything. It was just really, really great to see, and then he just fucking dies, and we don't know why. They're investigating. No cause has been released as far as I've seen yet. It's where they say they don't suspect foul play, but how's the motherfucker just die in his room? He's 65. Heart attacks happen, but he was in such a good place, it seemed, and he wasn't doing drugs at the time, apparently, and all that stuff. He was clean. He was living good. The only thing that I saw wrong with him, and this was especially right after Norm's passing, was Norm. He took Norm's death really hard. He also gave one of the most beautiful videos I've seen anybody make, like, on anything ever, with his remembrance video about 3 days after Norm's passing. It was really, really, it's good. I really recommend you watch it, mainly because you learn so much, not only about Norm. You do learn so much about Norm through Bob's perspective, but you learn a lot about Bob and what type of a complicated and complex character and human being he actually was. The one thing that everybody always says about him is the sweetest man. Stone cold killer when he needs to be, but sweetest fucking man, you know, and like they're just kind as kind can be. I know Stamos is taking it really, really rough. I mean, how can he not? Look, if you're over the age of 30, we just lost Danny fucking Tanner. We just lost the host of America's Funniest fucking Home Videos. That's a blow. You know, I can understand people being upset on this one, even though I myself was a little dismissive over it at first. I was like, oh, well, you know, Saget. But because of Norm's passing especially, it makes, that's why I included Norm in the thumbnail tonight, by the way. I really like that thumbnail, and I did that one. I don't do a lot of them because I have so many talented people, but I really like this thumbnail I did tonight. I thought it was kind of cool and appropriate. But I wanted to do a different version of it where Norm is standing there and then holds up a sign, "Hey, Bob, can you believe there's whores in here?" Because that would be a Norm response. Or, "Hey, Bob, we're the only ones here." Huh? Hey, what? That'd be hilarious. Does that mean it's hell? Huh? What? It just... I'm happy. If you believe in afterlife, I don't even know if I do, but I'll speak about it as if I do. I like the idea of Bob and Norm reuniting on a fucking cloud, telling jokes, you know. And there's an appropriateness to them not being too far apart as far as passing. Even though both of them dying way too fucking young. My God, man. My fucking God. It sucks to lose comedic legends. And yeah, I would have done one on Betty White. I'm going to talk a little bit about Betty White as well, because losing someone of Betty White's stature, and Sidney Poitier as well. I mean, we lost some heavy fucking hitters. Betty, they're all kind of dismissible in a way because of the runs that they had in life and the levels of success and admiration and just respect across the fucking board. They all had it in fucking spades, you know, and in different ways, in different fields, but in the same world, in the same spectrum. I like that. I really like that. It just three different people, different as different can be, really, and passing and leaving the mark that they've left. It's a big one, you know. Betty dying was really hard. It was not necessarily hard, like, oh no, but she was 100. You know, it's like you can't get upset. You can't if you live over the age of, I say, 80, you know, maybe 85, but 80, you can't get upset, especially if they had a good run. You know, they didn't struggle. You know, they had Bob still had another 20. You know, it felt like Saget had about 20 left and have a really good next act. It would have been nice to see. I'm sad you can't use the bang Betty White joke anymore. Why can't I? Now I just have to dig her up. Okay, all right. We're going to calm down. Before things fire up too much around here, we're going to calm down. I'm going to bust a Betty White. Yeah, I mean, for years I have stated that I'd bang the balls off of Betty White. Who do I go on to now? Who's left? Who's fucking left? Who's left? I don't know. What older moms, women's, whatevers, what's left? Betty was supposed to suffer from complications from a stroke she had 6 days prior to death. No shit. Well, yeah, that'll happen. Well, Bob seemed fine. You know, Betty, I don't know what Sydney died of either. But I mean, like, it's crazy. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. See, Sydney is one of those people who's hard to talk about for me because of he lived. There's no yucks, man. That guy, he really had an impact, you know, in many different ways. A huge trendsetter, trailblazer, and a guy who a lot of things that acting and actors, regardless of their color, have now. He paved the way for a lot of them, man. A real special guy. Jane Fonda. Huh? Yeah, I get it. Well, Jane's a cunt, though. She's a fucking, like, queen of the hippies and shit. I can't fuck with Jane Fonda, man. Still bad, though. Last time I saw her, she was still fuckable and fine. I mean, Betty wasn't. Not anymore. But the last 25 years, Betty White was not, like, physically fuckable. Can't say it. Can't say that she was. Hey, Carol Burnett's not still alive. Is Mary Tyler Moore still alive? If either of them are still alive, there you go. There you go. Yeah. She was supposed to what? I'm not sure. I don't know. I lost what fake ass I was trying to say. But yeah, it was it was a tough one. Now I do want to talk about his comedy a little bit because he got brought onto the circuit in a peculiar way, really. I mean, like, look, whenever Rodney Dangerfield puts his hands around you, you got one of two options. You recoil because at that time in his life, Rodney was, you know, not towards the tail end, but definitely in the twilight, and he was in his drug era. It's funny, he didn't really get into the drugs till later in his life, which, you know, I kind of respect. I kind of respect it. You know, it's like you fucking lived a really, really long life anyway. Let's just start doing crack at like fucking 70. Let's start doing heroin at 75. And then we'll be 8-balling at 80. It'll be a good time. Mary Tyler Moore died in 2000. God damn, that long ago, huh? Dave's necrophilia coming out tonight. Oh, and also dig up all the body. It's nothing that can't be cured with a little lotion. I don't want to fuck dead people. Come on. I don't know. If you missed the open, though, you could talk about all that. If you missed the open, you missed this, because I remember watching this movie, and this is one of the first times I got real shocked, because I had not known. And this is what someone was like, yeah, dude, you need to get educated. Remember this?
Marijuana is not a drug. I used to suck dick for coke. I seen them. Now that's an addiction, man. You ever suck some dick for marijuana? Huh?
I mean, come on. Come on. I'm a monster and I discuss... Wow, if I discuss fake, something seriously wrong. That was one of my favorite moments in any movie, especially when I was a kid. I loved Half Baked. I loved Dave Chappelle. Another good relationship he had with Dave. You know, he knew Dave a little bit, which is cool. And just awesome shit, man. It's fucking fantastic. Katie Vick. Yeah, let's go there, Jason. Katie Vick. All right, but I mean, aside from the loss at 65 of losing Danny Tanner, of losing Bob Saget, it was a great run. We got a lot of laughs. And let me tell you, if you haven't seen the comedy roast of Bob Saget, I might watch it tonight. Maybe before Raw. I don't know. We'll see. You've never seen Half Baked? I never even thought to fucking ask that. Can you get weed? If you can get weed, you should get weed, and we should watch Half Baked tonight, because I got weed, and we should have weed and fucking watch Half Baked tonight. That's what I think we should do. I thought you were going to play the Mama Bear video from Shrek. What does it have to do with Saget? What does that have to do with Saget? Jesus. He wasn't even in that movie. You make me crazy. All right. Moving on a little. Chicago, bear down, Chicago Bears. Bear down, bear down, bear down. Bear down, Chicago Bears. Matt Nagy and Ryan Pace are gone. Yeah. Thank God they're gone. Look, man, this is about 2 years too fucking late. Certainly one. Okay, you could debate me on 2 years, and I'll probably lose. But let me motherfucking tell you something, G-Funk. Let me motherfucking tell you something, G-Funk. They should not have come on last year, especially with the high enough draft pick, knowing you were going to get a quarterback. You were going to be able to get one if you had to move up. They did. Could have got a better one, but still, whatever. I'm okay with Justin Field. But the point is, you don't make that move and keep Nagy. The quarterback, this is what happened to Nagy. This is part of the reason why Nagy couldn't get going. Because he was burdened with fucking Trasutsky. Mitchy bitchy. And that's part of the reason. Not all. Nagy is also one of the worst managing coaches I've ever seen. Dude still doesn't understand fucking time management at all. Good leader, good guy by all accounts, but just can't get back to offensive coordinator, bud. Don't worry about all the other stuff. Worry about being an offensive coordinator, because when you have to worry about everything else, your offensive coordinating fucking sucks. An offensive coordinator having to give up play calling abilities is not fucking good. When you're a head coach and you're an offensive coordinator by trade, it is not good if you're giving up play calling. No. But he was an awful head coach. I'm glad to see him go. I had success early, even, yes, with Trubisky that year, but not really because of them. See, I'm a Bear fan. I watched every one of them games, and that kid sucks. Trubisky sucks. Buffalo better hope that Josh Allen doesn't even get fucking winded and they have to bring this suck-a-mug in, because it's not going to end well for you, boys. Trust me. Mitchy bitchy will always let you down. But the question is, now there really is no question, by the way, who replaces Nagy? There's no question. I don't care if it's controversial. I don't care if he's an asshole. There's one. Actually, there's two answers. Because I'd accept John Gruden, and he could have fallen in the exact same intro that I just gave, who I'm about to give. John Gruden had a very bad exit in Oakland, and it would be very rocky, especially in Chicago, for them to hire. But I think that the people will forget real quick because Chucky wins. Chucky built that fucking team in Oakland that just is going to the playoffs now, and he's not there to enjoy it. Chucky wins. It's what he does. It's what he does. But that's not who I had in mind immediately, even though I'm totally okay with it. I'm hearing he's ready to move back to the NFL. The answer is John Hardball. The answer is the former quarterback of the Chicago Bears, John fucking Hardball. Of course the answer is John fucking Hardball. I don't think it's gonna... Some people are going to have some problems with it. But fucking Michigan, it's time. It's time. He's been successful in the NFL before. The guy's going home. This would be a great story. I think he can use Justin Fields. I don't know if Chucky can, but I think Harbaugh can. It's got to happen. It's got to be a big signing because they got rid of the GM as well. And Harbaugh could be the GM if need be as well, but they'll bring in somebody independent. They kind of have to. I say go splashy, go big, go legendary, go as big as humanly fucking possible. You got to. Look, Khalil Mack has still got a year or two left of not dominance, but he can still have. Look at fucking what's his name? Look Robert Quinn. Look what he did this year. Look what he did. He had a fucking amazing year. Khalil Mack could be that guy the next couple of years. There's no question. Especially he not playing the second half of the season pretty much and resting and hurt. He's going to come back next season, hopefully in really good shape, monstrous shape, and let's see him get some shit done. I would love to see that. You could add to that. We once again, we're not going to have a first-round pick, which sucks. We could make a move, but I doubt it. Justin Fields is going to have to be the quarterback they build around. So that's not the worst thing to not have a first-round pick when you're not looking for a quarterback. You're going to have a nice pick in the second round. Hopefully you can get a really good player, difference maker, wide receiver, running back, but he would have to be a Matt Forte type of guy, that type of shit. It's just what you're going to have to do if you want to get right back into it. And a guy that I think can expedite that is John Harbaugh. It's just what he does. It's just what he fucking does. And I want to see him return personally to Chicago. I want to see it. Yeah, and Carl's right. There were a lot of firings today. Let's go through them in the NFL. Let's go through all the firings and all of the shit. I want to know all of it, yeah. So I just want a list of all of them. But, of course, I don't get that. What we got is Dolphins fire Flores. Ross nixes Harbaugh talk. Don't worry, he's not coming. He's not going to Miami. He's coming to Chicago, bitch. Don't worry. Just because Stephen Ross was the fuck you, bud. Don't worry about it. You don't got to worry that shit. You don't even have to worry about it. Don't worry about it. Who else was fired? Gentleman retires after 4 seasons as the Giants GM. What's up there? This is the stuttering Kiwi. What other firings did we have today? I only cared about one. Was it just a Brian Flores? Was there any others? I don't think there was. There may not have been any others. But this is a big one. The Bears one is a big one because it's the goddamn Bears. And the Bears being good is good for the NFL. Whenever a legendary franchise is better, it's better for the leg. Just like the Bulls being great right now is good for the leg. When the Cubs won the world, look how good for the leg the Cubs winning the World Series was. Oh, my God. Records, bitch. Fuck. The Blackhawks. Dynasty, bitches. 3 and fucking 4 or 5 years. Fucking dominance, baby. NHL was better because of it. Record viewership. Fuck. Ah. Oh, yeah, the Vikings. I don't care about the Vikings. Fucking Vikings. Oh, yeah, Mike Zima. Mike Zima. Bye-bye. Oh, they went coach and GM as well. Bye-bye. You got to get the fuck out, motherfucker. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty crazy there. We're looking into a pretty damn good postseason now. I am excited about the postseason. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Having 18 weeks in an NFL season was a different experience. A little bit weird. But I think it's expanded play. We just have is there more teams in the playoffs? Feels like there's a butt ton. Every fucking sport. My God, 14 playoff teams. See, half the fucking leg. Too much. Too fucking much personally. But hey, what are you gonna do? You can't really bitch too much about it. It just is what it is. I'm also gonna go into the Discord news there because I want to see some of the wrestling things. I definitely want to talk that as well. Because you kind of have to. There's been some cool things, man. Klay Thompson returned in the NBA. That was kind of a fun one to see. Klay, big time Klay back. First game in 2 years. He was out like 700 days. He dropped 17 in 20 minutes. It was pretty cool to see. The dude could shoot the lights out of the ball. There's a great video the other day showing him hitting 100 shots in a row. What the ash? It's fucking craziness, son. Fucking craziness, son. Oh, my God. Did you guys see some of the fucking football games yesterday? They were absolutely insane. We had Staley calling the timeout for the Chargers. Ridiculous. Oh, my God. There is so many fucking crazy things that happened in that game. I'm sorry. Staley's timeout does cost them. It just does. It was a bad decision. Coaching decisions are a huge thing, man. You can't let these things just go under the rug. It doesn't work. It's not good. It's not swifty. It's not bueno. It's not bon. It's unacceptable. All right, we're going to finish off with wrestling. I don't think there's really much more there because there is a few things that are going on right now. Some real interesting shiznit that's going on in wrestling. Big conspiracies, things that I said 2 years ago that I thought would never I didn't think it would happen this soon. I didn't think we'd be seeing the possible signs of it so quickly, but we were seeing it a lot sooner if you looked hard enough. But I think all the wrestling organizations are in cahoots. All of them. All of them except Japan. I think Japan's the key. Japan wanted to come to, if you remember, Japan wanted to come to the States on their own. They wanted to bring their own deal. They wanted to do their own thing. At first, that was for years. They were trying to develop a U.S. show. They had one for a little bit too. Jim Ross was doing it as well. They were airing, New Japan events in America on a Japanese on American television channel. They wanted to do it their own way. They dated and messed around with pretty much everybody, and they've been linked to just about everybody. But I think that they're the reason why everybody is going to eventually, if they haven't already, come together. There's just too many people with ties to New Japan that want to work, especially with COVID and everything, really looking to hammer again. You can get these guys to come down here and have some once-in-a-lifetime matchups. It's the time you've fucked everything else out of wrestling. There has to be a point to all of this. And the point to all of this is, collaboration. Turn it back into the territories. The Vince losing control, maybe his mind or whatever is happening with the Nick Khan stuff, is essentially opening the door to the territories. The very thing that he crushed, returning in a way. You can loan anyone you wanted in the territories to any organization that was running. It didn't matter. It was part of the draw. It was part of the appeal, bringing your champions over. But since we have franchises and corporations and different brands that are independent, we have wars. Wars for supremacy and ratings. It doesn't seem possible or feasible or logical. But the ratings are so bad that it doesn't even matter. You know, they tried revitalizing wrestling interest by catering to that blood war market, and it didn't work. It didn't work. It's not working. Even if you're a massive fan of AEW, you cannot look at the ratings and the numbers of wrestling as a whole and say that this is working. Because it's not. I think there's so much toxicity on the internet that people don't. I know I don't. And there's a whole toxic fucking bullshit. I can't even have an opinion on AEW without some moldering butthole coming in and fucking, Dad, why do you have to say negative things? Because fucking first off, I usually get asked. And second, and most importantly, is I can fucking have an opinion. If I watch something, guess what? I'm going to formulate an idea. Fake ass twat found that out last night after like 10 hours of me streaming. Fake who's been watching me for what? 8 years? He goes, damn, you really never run out of things to talk about. I don't. I constantly formulate opinions, and I constantly love expressing them. Doesn't mean I know what I'm talking about. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I never claim to. Nor do I want to sway you. I don't care if you like AEW. I don't care if you like WWE. Doesn't matter to me. It's what you find entertaining. Just don't bring that fucking bullshit to me. You ask my opinion, especially in a toxic manner, I'm going to fucking tell you how I feel, probably while face fucking you. And whose fault is that? Not mine. I'm the face fucker. You're the face fucky. Your mouth's open. I don't fucking know. I have no idea what my point was. Does it matter? Not really. No, I know exactly what my point was. The toxicity. It just you don't really need it. I think it causes more division. Like actually, we're seeing it. This. Did you see this shit? That Kenny Omega. This guy might actually be a legitimate man baby. I mean, like honestly, there's movements that send Kenny a nice tweet because he's having a rough time on Twitter. What? He's a fucking wrestling world champion. This dude was heavyweight. I don't care if I like the organizations that he's been championing or not. This dude has been he's been the PWI #1 ranked wrestler in the world before. This is insane. Just being a whiny fucking bitch on the internet is bad enough. But to have such a despondence and sadness about yourself that your fucking sheep-ass baby followers feel compelled to start a campaign to fucking make you happy on Twitter? That's one of the most embarrassing things I've ever said out loud. But that's where we are. And I think that drives more people, especially my age. I think it drives more people away than it brings people in. And it's hard. It's hard enough being a wrestling fan when kayfabe is completely dead, and then we have this new second tier of kayfabe that's controlled by the fucking wrestling writers. I hate those sons of bitches. They're the worst journalists in the fucking game, man. I hate them so much. I hate them. I do. I fucking hate wrestling journalism. I just fucking hate them. With their sources. Fucking hate them. Sources. They're fucking sources. So much so that we actually had to fucking listen to this burner count fucking, hate them. Hate them. Let's see what else is happening here. Oh, Big Swole still talking, but in this time since she has not received an apology from Tony Khan. She went on a podcast and said a lot of things about what she thinks AEW needs to do and stuff. I don't know if that's the play. But she did make some good points as far as just why Tony Khan's tweet was so bad. Just so awful. Fuck. Oh, Tony Khan's talking about a... he's talking about numbers again. Rampage, 566,000. He's talking. Jesus Christ. Drew McIntyre's going to get some information about his neck here real soon. That's good. Apparently, Shinsuke Nakamura, I read about this earlier, he's out with an injury. This explains why he has not been wrestling. Rick Boogs and Nakamura tandem is becoming a very popular one. And yeah, I guess it is. Let's see. Out of action. What a hand injury. Okay. That's good. All right. Well, I mean, it's not good, but I mean, at least he's not just, they're not just not using him. That's a positive. You never want that. Why are they calling a fucking 500,000 to 566 a big viewership increase? This is just embarrassing. It's fucking embarrassing. I don't care about fucking Drew Housen. I don't care about the Rumble's got a lot of people talking. I think that'll be the last thing we talk about. A lot of shit happening with the Rumble talk. With the Women's Royal Rumble being just filled with legends and these huge, massive figures, people that are making their returns, some that have been retired for a very long time, some that have not for a very long time. We got the Bellas. You got fucking Summer Rae, who I hate. You guys remember, I'm not going to sit here and act like I ever liked Summer Rae because I don't. Never have. Never will. Don't care. Fuck a Summer Rae. She's horrible. And I can't wait to see what botch. I'm excited to see how she botches in the Rumble. She's going to be horrible, guys. She's going to be fucking horrendous. I'm so excited. She's going to make me so happy. We got her. We got the Bellas in there. Oh, I'm so excited for all the train wreck possibilities. Bremo! But with that happening, there's talks of the Forbidden Door being breached. And I think I've said this before as far as who makes the most sense to be the guy. I think I even said a couple weeks ago, the guy I think the first one to cross back over to WWE, to leave AEW and come back, I could see it being Jericho. We are one fucking cruise of Jericho with NXT being featured away from AEW arguably not fucking happening. Because as insignificant as Jericho actually is, unfortunately, there's no disrespect. But they ain't burning the world up. They never did. And you ain't The Rock. If The Rock would have joined AEW, they would have had 3 million views the first fucking show. Straight up. Straight up. You ain't The Rock. You found that out. Maybe the grass isn't so green now. Now that AEW is essentially WWE. Just a worse version. Just WCW, really. Remember, Jericho didn't like WCW. AEW being turned into WCW is not Jericho friendly. So I've always seen a good possibility for him to be the guy to come back. But I didn't see this, the Rumble thing. I could see him be the one to make the jump. I would like to see somebody else, though. If there really is a Forbidden Door and they are going to start doing this, people go, we know that we're going to see some Impact stuff coming up pretty soon. More than likely some Ring of Honor stuff. AEW's already done those things. There's just that tie-in. And then Shinsuke's comments recently about working with New Japan, the way that he kind of just worded things, made me think that there might be something going on there as well. And it's just, that's the one. That's the key. If WWE works with them, then it really opens the floodgates. There's two. I mean, shit. You might as well have Triple H run fucking AEW. Considering the new wave of AEW is all NXT. Fuck, man. The shit, when you really look at it, it's NXT. All the guys that they're banking on, aside from the ones, the Jungle Boys of the world, and the Darbys, it's NXT the last 4 years. And they're going to get more of them. Samoa Joe's probably coming. Not that he's NXT, but well, he is, but you know what I mean. This is crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. So I think it's happening. We're going to get some fucking. Fuck. Yeah, right in there. Come hither motion. Come hither motion. Never forget. Come hither motion. All right. I don't got much else. If you got any calls, questions, comments, and concerns, hopes, dreams, quips, quotes, likes, loves, whatever else, now's the fucking time. I was hoping for a little bit more interaction. I'm going to go over to Twitch, hang out there, do my thing, play some stuff, fuck around, and then watch Raw. I don't know. I'm thinking about doing a cheeky Raw review. I don't know. Maybe record it. I don't know. I'm getting interest. My interest is building. We're at that time of year. My favorite event, fucking Royal Rumble. You know, you got WrestleMania right around the corner. This is the time of year that you start fucking flowing. And with all this news, with all this craziness, with all this shit, who knows? Who knows? So you got a lot of excitement in the air. There's a lot of huge figures currently wrestling right now. Ones that people had wanted to see for a long time. So who knows? We'll see what happens. What are you most excited about? Keep the comment section going. Please do your copious Lord a favor and go right in the comments after this video's over. Tweet it out, share it, all that good stuff. Let's get the shit going. Unfortunately, the viewership was not good here tonight. Let's get it going. Share it out. Tell people about it. We are back starting this week, full form, fully on. Tomorrow might have to be a Twitch day. I'll try to record something because I do have an appointment. I have a mammogram. Yep, I'm going to find out what this is. I got a lump, so a little scary, but I'm going to go there. But that's not until later in the day, so I don't know what time I'll be home. Good chance I'll still do it. We'll see. I just don't have any topics yet. We'll figure out what we want to talk about tomorrow. Maybe Rob will give me something to talk about. Maybe some other things will happen in sports. We'll see. Willie Mack Wednesday, first one this week. Willie Mack shows up, baby. I'm very excited. You're red hot, Willie Mack, man. Come on. I'm going to show you my Willie. Huffman will be back doing stuff Thursday. He'll do Huffman things. And then we'll add to that as we see fit as well. So lots of good stuff. I appreciate you guys being supportive if you are. If not, go fuck yourself. Have yourself a fantastic evening. And we'll see you over on Twitch. Cockabulls. Cockabulls. Rest in peace, Bob Saget. Rest in peace.
Marijuana is not a drug. I used to suck dick for coke. I seen them. Now that's an addiction, man. You ever suck some dick for marijuana? Huh?